Welcome everybody to another Boldcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Tower of God episode 3.
We're finally caught up.
Hoping to get these videos out to you guys as soon as possible so we could get along with the ride every week of episodes being released. But we're just going to jump right into the reaction. If you want to see our discussion for last episode or the previous episode, those are already on our channel, so go check those out. Go check out some of our other reactions and subscribe so you can see more of this show in the future. Let's go. Tower of God episode 3. Alrighty, so what did you think of the episode?
Pretty good. I guess we got to see, like, that it's not just, like, at first it was, like, this is, like, a battle royale thing. And now it's, like, there's tests and they're, like, not necessarily, like, it seems to kind of be going back and forth between, like, a test of, like, I guess they're all sort of, like, mental tests and, like you said, like, a test of conviction and, like, doing something.
So far, they've all been, like, tests of conviction. Them, like, walking through the Shinso or the water wall or whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, that they're other than, like, the Battle Royale one.
The Battle Royale one was still, like, a test of, like, the way I saw it, at least, it was still a test of, like, the people who are going out and making trouble are the most likely to put themselves in danger and then get fucked up. The people who just stood around or just messed around the whole time and didn't get into trouble ended up surviving and then going to the next stage, and it was totally fine. And then so all, like, if you count it that as one, then literally all the tests have been like that. I didn't know that they were still in the preliminary stages.
Yeah.
I thought that at the end of the Battle Royale, that, and, like, I guess with the Shinso wall or the water wall or whatever, I thought they were moving on to the regular, like, climbing the tower, and the next step was going to be, like, getting down to it and not messing around anymore, but yeah.
That was kind of interesting with the tests, because, like, there were clues, and that was really interesting with that weird guy giving them a hint, trying to see whether it would, like, whether they would just believe it, or whether they would be like, because he said that, I'm not gonna do that, which is almost what Khun which is almost what Khun was doing there, where he was like, because that guy said that, I'm not accepting that as a possibility anymore, and I'm gonna make up something else, even though that was literally the answer. So
literally told them the answer and then, like, yeah, see if they would trust.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that says about the nature of the kind of game or the kind of thing, their kind of challenges or the kind of people they're trying to cultivate that will make it to the top. But the ranker guy, the orange haired dude, I forget his name, but he said, "Don't you want to protect the person with eyes who can't see doubt," or something like that, something close to that. I thought that was interesting because it was again a test of conviction, but it was a test of who. Not gullibility,
who hasn't been, like, wrong.
Yeah,
who hasn't been made
poisoned
to believe
by, yeah, exactly,
that people inherently tell lies.
Exactly. Who's not jaded. So that's those are the people who are going to make it. People who go on instinct. People who are sure of themselves. People who are.
I guess test was also good to see if the teams are balanced. Say everyone had been very skeptical. Like, that's kind of the only way that you can lose.
Yeah.
Because even, like, what's the weird crocodile guy?
Rock.
Yeah, Rock. If Rock hadn't been on that team, they might not have passed, because I think that he's the only one who wouldn't listen to what Khun said. Like, other people might be, like, swayed by a person who's more reserved and wants to think about it, and other people would be like, oh, okay, we'll think about it, better be safe than sorry. So I guess you kind of need that, like, the person who's just willing to blindly move ahead, the person who's going to think about it, and then the person who's in the middle, who I feel like eventually will be more influential in, like, balancing out the two and, like, knowing what time it is to think and what time it is to act.
Yeah.
So. Yeah,
like I said, this does remind me of Hunter x Hunter. There's a lot of stuff in early Hunter x Hunter that mirrors what's going on here. This also reminds me of Gurren Lagann. You've seen neither shows, but for everyone out there, I see a lot of references to Killua from Hunter x Hunter, like a lot in Khun, in that he comes from a powerful family. There's a lot of, like, family control there. There's a lot of, like, weird dynamics and like a very checkered past. They're very, very similar in character. Where I think it's different is that Bomb isn't like Gon from Hunter x Hunter. So I see the similarity between the two characters, but in Killua's case, he was very influenced by Gon's very positive and optimistic outlook, and while Bomb has that, he's not as, like, energetic and, like, go out and get it, and, like, he's very reserved, and I'm waiting I want to see how that sort of is going to affect that character archetype, because I've seen it how it's affected it one way, but this seems very unique and different. But yeah, anything else you wanted to say?
I was going to say, I had a couple more things to say. I guess we can. I have a note about basically what I don't know what his name is. The testing guy for that test.
I forget his name as well.
When the test ended and they were leaving, and he knew who Khun was and is like, all right, I'm gonna call him out a bit at the end here. And he says, that's quite a heavy bag you're carrying. And I feel like that is two things. I feel like that's reference to his, like, all the baggage with, like, his half-sister princess, which I guess we can talk about in a minute. But, like, all that drama and getting disowned by his family and all this stuff. Mm-hmm. But also potentially something that's in his bag, because we already saw there's something going on with his bag. Like, it was harder to get it through that wall. Mm-hmm. So I think that was sort of like a double meaning line there. Yeah,
I think you're right. It's probably something physical, but, like, it is really interesting that's clearly not that's clearly an intentional connection between, mm-hmm. like, his emotional baggage from his past and his bag being heavy, and there literally being something heavy in his bag that probably has something to do with that whole thing.
Yeah.
Really interesting. Yeah, with his sister, I don't know. I don't have much to say on it because we don't know anything about it. We know that he's seemingly from some sort of noble family of some kind. Mm-hmm. And he was dejected for some reason. His sister wasn't picked as a princess, but then he was disowned.
I don't quite understand, because they said that his sister wasn't picked. I don't know, maybe I just sort of missed or didn't grasp what was going on there, but
I don't understand it. I don't think we have enough information to go on. I think that they're just teasing that for now, but also I think
also because we already saw the princess who is I guess his half sister.
Yeah, whatever. It wasn't her.
Yeah, so.
But there's
I don't know if there's multiple,
way that they're
or...
it seems like the way they were talking about princesses in this episode, it's not just one person. It seems like that they pick multiple, and maybe they compete.
Or maybe just like one.
I also don't know what that means. I don't know what a princess is. I don't know how, like, what the royal family is. I know that Hedon was that like bunny man was the gatekeeper, and he worked directly under the royal family. And there's some sort of royalty system here. I don't know. We don't know anything about that. And we don't know what the princesses are, or why they're relevant. They seem to be some kind of special people, but I don't really have any context as to why, like, they're special, or why they're important, or how they're even chosen, or what the selection process is, or any of that kind of stuff. And it seems like that's really relevant to what's happening. I don't know anything about that. I hope they explain that.
I think it's sort of more of the same thing of, like, the main character is in the dark, so we're also kind of in the dark.
Yeah, maybe.
And like, learning about it, how he is, and maybe next episode it'll explain a bit more, because it seems to be happening is, like, what seems to be happening is every episode we learn about something that we don't fully understand, and then within the next episode or two we, like,
there's some clarity on that.
Yeah, it, like, brings it more to clarity, either mostly because he asks people. So
which is kind of funny. It's not like a big revelation.
Yeah, no, it's
not. He's literally just like, so what's the deal with the sky? Oh yeah, and the sky is fake?
Yeah, the sky's fake. So that's an interesting thing.
That is really interesting. So, like, what does that mean? Like, is that the only, I guess that's the only way you can reach the surface, that's the top of the tower. Is everyone's underground right now? Or
maybe,
like,
yeah.
And everyone's dream is to reach the surface? I don't know. It didn't see, they talk about reaching the stars or reaching the heavens or whatever. They say a lot of things to illustrate that, and maybe it's a translation thing, but I had no idea that they were underground. I knew that he was underground.
Who knows? Maybe they're not even underground. Maybe the environment is just, maybe it's, I don't know. It makes most sense that they'd be underground because he was also in a weird cave.
Yeah. But she wasn't.
But she wasn't.
And she broke through it, and then the sky came through, but apparently the sky's fake. The sky's all a magic illusion.
Unless they were no, but she didn't have sky. She'd only heard about it. It's a legend.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe they're all underground, or they're all just, like, inside, like, I don't know, it's some sort of, like, almost, like, weird futuristic thing of, like, everyone just lives inside now in this weird complex or something, because there's nothing to grasp the shape of the world. You know?
What if this is all just a metaphor for conception, and these are each regular is a sperm cell that is trying to reach the top of the tower and impregnate the world and become be selected and have everything at their doorstep and have their choice of their destiny. I feel like that's a pretty crazy metaphor. I'm going with it. That's my prediction. Tune in next episode for more deep cut predictions, super accurate, and discussion just like this. Hope you guys enjoyed. We're gonna cut the discussion there, and yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Make sure you check out our other reactions. We got Kaguya, we got Gleipnir, we got Tower of God, and we got Naruto, and more stuff to come in the future. Make sure you subscribe, and yeah, we'll see you guys later. Bye bye.